Oh, the Ford F-150 Tremor. You've heard us talk about it. But let me just tell you, as somebody who basks in his Ford F-150 every single day, the Tremor is just a level above. It integrates advanced technology that transforms it from a rugged machine to a smart, connected, confidence-inspiring command center. Command your life and your drive. And, honestly, I do most of my calls from my Ford F-150.
You know what I appreciate about you, Adam?
What?
You're a Ford F-150 enthusiast, but it's not your entire personality.
Thank you.
You're an enthusiast.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just the right amount. If it was a little bit more, I'd be like, that's enough. But right now, no, this is good.
Jesse, do you think that I've kept it at a healthy level of my love of my Ford F-150?
I don't think you should. I think Ford F-150s are so great that you should make it your entire personality.
Yeah, there you go.
Think about all the things you've been hauling over the last couple of years owning that F-150. That's a lot of haul.
All an ass.
Bring everything you need from your adventure. The Tremor offers a generous 2,440 pounds max payload capacity. The truck delivers powerful towing capacity. The technology and convenience is amazing, and you should build yours right now at Ford.ca/F150. Look at those Tremor models. Look how cool and sexy they are. Ford.ca/F150. Check it out. Build yours now, and let's start the show.
SDP, the Steve Dangle Podcast, with your hosts, Steve Dangle, Adam Wilde, and Jesse Blake.
Let's go! All right, now, shameless plug alert. Lou Lamoriello was on an SDPN show.
Yeah.
Lou Lamoriello, that guy. And
up and comer.
You know what's funny about it is that I think a lot of people expected him to be word salad Lou.
Word salad Lou?
And, but because Lou was amazing. Remember we used to break down every time Jonas Siegel interviewed him for The Athletic, we'd be like, all right, what's Lou actually saying here? And you could basically take a highlighter and highlight two words, and those two words in an entire paragraph would be the only two words that matter.
He'd bring a dump truck full of food, and it's all plain rice cakes.
That's such a good way to put
it. Eat it all day.
And there'd be one steak
hungry
in there. There might be a steak in there.
Maybe.
But Jesse, we were pleasantly surprised by the Lou Lamoriello that we met on Friday.
I didn't think it would be so funny, and like the amount of different avenues it went down. He's had one hell of a life, and he was willing to share a whole bunch of things from it. He's the Forrest Gump of professional sports. In the show, he talks about negotiating Jason Kidd's contract. He talks about being a math teacher. He was a dual sport athlete in high school, a very good baseball player. Talks about that as well. Like it's an incredible journey he's been through.
And he worked. His first job was at his first entrepreneurial venture was a steakhouse with his brother. And he said, my mom got so involved that we had to shut the place down.
And that's where the control issue.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? He was amazing. Jesse, go ahead and play. We got a clip, right?
Yeah, here we go.
Without even playing, that's the most Lou Lamoriello face he's ever made.
Yeah,
look at that.
Yeah,
sorry,
but he was kind. Here we go.
Somebody had told me that back in Providence, at one point in time, you ran a steakhouse.
Yeah, that's true. My brother and I tried to be a little entrepreneur. Someone went bankrupt and we tried it. It was work. We found out what it was to try and meet a payroll. And we found out what work was along with what we had to do, with our father's business. But there was a deciding factor, and I tell the story often. My mother, the old Italian lady, typical Italian, as I use that expression, not to be stereotyped, wanting to help, do everything. The restaurant business, really wasn't for my mother. And she wanted to come and help every day. And, we are dealing with different clientele. So I said to my brother one night, I says, Nick, we either have to convince Mom to stay home or we're going to have to sell and get out because it's not going to work. So I think you can all guess what happened. We sold and got out.
That's the most I've ever liked him, and it took 30 seconds.
He was so charming.
Yeah.
The stories were great. One of the moments that really stuck out to me, and we won't blow the story, but the Jesse, when he was talking about Slava Fetisov coming over because he was basically the guy, Lou was the guy that got Slava over, and it took a year. This is from the USSR where people were barred from ever even leaving, you couldn't leave the border.
Was he the first one?
Slava, I think, he wasn't the first one to defect because like the Goulet, not the Goulets. Who are the guys from? They were the Stasnys from. They were from the Iron Curtain, but they were from, I believe, Czech Republic, what is now Czech Republic, and that sort of thing. But there are people that sort of defected, but he was the first one that did it through the government. And if you remember from the Russian 5 documentary, he had to give 50% of his salary back to the Russian government. Whatever he made in New Jersey, he would send 50% home, which is why McGillney defected and said, and they asked him about it, and he's like, why would I give money to that government?
Right.
I have no interest in that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fetisov did it. And you know, they were able to work through it, but you could tell, and he said in it, he's like, I'm getting a chill down my arm talking about this. He teared up. Like with how he said, you know, like he was talking about Slava's strength and how much perseverance and that sort of thing it took. And, you know, they put him through hell. They stripped the C off him and, you know, as part of the team and whatever. And so it's an amazing, I can't stress enough. This is Lou Lamoriello like you've never seen him, and I'm not convinced you're going to get Lou Lamoriello like this ever again.
Where does this rank in your illustrious career?
In my illustrious career?
Is Lou Lamoriello a bigger feather in your cap in your career than interviewing Taylor Swift?
I think Lou Lamoriello is given less interviews. And I know that listen, that's not exactly fair to Taylor. She's a musical artist, but thank
you for clarifying.
The thing with Lou is he gave his press conferences or whatever. Mm-hmm. Taylor's thing is about Taylor, right? Her music's about her and her life and her experiences and that sort of thing. Lou's never about Lou. No. Lou's talking about the team.
Yes.
But we got Lou about Lou. I've never seen an interview with Lou about Lou.
Right.
And that, so I texted we have an agent provocateur chat, and I texted on Friday and I said, like, that is top 1 or 2. I can't, like, I didn't know the Taylor Swift interview was going to be as important to myself as it is now. But I think Lou Lamoriello is right up there because I think he's harder to get.
100%.
I think the chances of you getting a Taylor Swift interview are greater than a Lou Lamoriello one.
There's no Lou Lamoriello documentary.
No, there should be
on Disney Plus.
There should be.
Yeah.
I said to him afterwards, I'm like, man, you need to write a book. And he's like, yeah, but then I'd have to be honest.
Amazing.
He's a funny guy and
perfect.
And I did, Jesse, and Jesse knows this. I shaved for the interview specifically.
Yep.
But
you said it on the show on Friday.
Did I say it on the show?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You had mentioned, yeah.
Yeah, so I did ask him about the whole shaving thing, and he explains it.
I meant on this show, not
on this show. Oh, yeah, I didn't tell Lou.
No, you didn't. You should have mentioned it to Lou that you'd done that. I think you would have found it funny.
Alan was like, why didn't you tell him that? I was like, I don't know, man.
Because we talked about the whole shaving thing. If you want to know his philosophy behind it, he goes in depth about the idea and how it originated and when you look in the mirror in the morning, you're going to think about the team and all that stuff. He explains all the philosophy behind that. It's really good.
He mentioned
you should have told him you shaved.
I should. You know what, Jesse? I wimped out. That's what it was, straight up. And I look at he says that a couple of times. He mentions when you wake up and you look at yourself in the mirror. Seems to be like a thing with him, like who you are, whatever. When that, you know, it's very interesting.
I mean, that's a very boomer way of saying lock in.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all he's asking you to do.
Yeah.
You wake up in the morning, you see it, and you lock in.
Yeah.
You're not thinking about the aches and pains, how you slept, whatever. You look, oh, right, lock in.
He's a fascinating guy. And what was great in seeing in even the comment section, people saying, like, I can't believe I laughed that much.
Right?
Yeah. So it's been neat. Anyway, check it out.
Proud.
Lots to do and talk about this week. And obviously this weekend was pretty interesting in terms of games and things to talk about. Well, we're going to start with the Leafs, if that's cool with everybody. Actually, no, we're not. I want to start with this social media post, Jesse. I'm going to send this over to you. And it has to do with the Oilers' new jerseys. Have you guys seen those?
I have.
And what did you think about them on the ice? Because a lot of people were unsure about what it would look like.
I know exactly what they need to be. On the ice, I think they're lovely.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're exactly what a third jersey should be. A neat looking departure from what your jersey is.
Yeah.
When the Oilers were like, we're aggressively orange, I was like, no, you aren't.
Mm-hmm.
You're primary blue with orange accents.
Yeah.
And when they were just like, bah! No, to me, it was an eyesore. So the Oilers are blue and orange.
Mhm.
You can do whatever, or copper and blue.
Yeah.
You
Sometimes
can-
they've gone aggressively blue too, and it's like with the oil slick.
Well, in the navy,
Yeah.
the navy that's so deep, it was like basically black.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, that's not you. I think the Oilers classic jersey is great.
It's amazing. It's a great jersey.
But the third is a nice departure.
The oil comets were so stupid. Remember the one was kind of like a little comet flying?
Oh,
Yeah.
the oil comet.
Yeah.
I thought you said comments.
No,
I was
comet.
like, what? I thought I did a good job there. No,
the
yeah, it was
jerseys.
dumb.
They didn't look like anything.
No, that
Some
was a
people
lost,
really like it.
lost era for the Oilers, I think. I occasionally see those, but you don't see them much even at Oiler games on TV.
Mm-mm.
It hurts that they sucked.
Yeah. I mean, still had they been good.
Those weren't good jerseys.
No.
Those are some of the worst, I think, in recent memory.
No jersey looks good when you lose all the time.
So I want to know what you guys think of this social media post, because they did win 6-2 on Saturday night, but Sportsnet put this up. Oilers are outscoring opponents 21-9 this season when wearing their alternate uniforms, and the Edmonton Oilers commented on it and said, "All aboard the cream wagon."
Brother.
So are we in or out on the cream wagon?
That's fine.
Well, that's what it is from now on.
Because, I mean, Alberta's known for its cattle. A lot of cattle, a lot of great beef out there. It's the best, for my money, it's the best steaks in the world
Well,
in
Adam,
Alberta.
it's no longer known just for the cattle. It's known for the cream and the wagon it came in on.
Are you getting on the cream wagon?
I'm getting on the cream wagon,
Jesse-
everybody.
Jesse, you
we
drinking
should
the
all
cream
be on
wagon
the
in?
cream wagon.
yeah, I'm already a
Slurp it.
member of Creamer Nation. The famous cream brand, you put in your coffee. They have a hashtag on their boxes of cream, Creamer Nation.
Creamer Nation.
So as a member of Creamer Nation, I will gladly jump aboard the cream wagon to add to my cream resume.
All aboard, baby. Choo-choo.
All aboard the cream wagon. Ugh.
They're 21-9 when they're wearing the cream jerseys. It's a wagon.
Do you remember when
The cream or not.
in the early 2000s the Leafs had a third with the older looking Leaf, and
I had that. I still have that jersey.
they basically didn't lose,
Yeah.
and they just sort of decided we're wearing this all the time now, and they wore it all playoff long. I think it was 2002.
Yeah, it's their identity.
Yeah, the Oilers need to do that with
The cream
the
wagon.
cream wagon.
Get on the cream wagon, go to the Stanley Cup Finals.
Let's all
Third year in a row.
giddy up.
For anybody not familiar, International Delight Creamer. Anybody who drinks it, you are a member of Creamer Nation.
I've never.
Give us a shout at hashtag Creamer Nation is on all of their bottles, and it says Creamer Nation Unite.
Google Creamer Nation right now.
Yeah, it'll show you
On your work
the
computer.
International Delight Coffee.
Yeah.
Creamer.
Yeah, definitely. Go on your work and click every link that says Creamer Nation.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
Yeah, so I think the
but make
Creamer-
sure you scroll down a bunch first.
Creamer Nation and Creamer Wagon got a collab. That's what the Oilers have to do. They have to get International Delight to be the jersey sponsor of the third jerseys. So then it's Creamer Nation, Creamer Wagon, Cream City. Let's go.
Yeah,
Cream team.
You got to kick Play Alberta off the jersey and get Cream Nation or Creamer Nation. Excuse me. Or put it on the helmet. Maybe on the helmet.
At least.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Now,
maybe there's skate.
talking about the
foot.
Leafs, who are not a part of Creamer Nation, unfortunately.
And when you beat the Oilers, you could say whipped cream.
Oh,
Like the other team whipped cream.
Yeah.
That's good.
I
yeah.
like that.
There you go. Sorry. Okay.
Whipped cream on hot chocolate. Underrated.
underrated. You're right. Let's talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs for a quick minute here. They did lose to Montreal, but
Boo.
a far better loss than the other weekend where they snapped in half in midway through the first period. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to point out from this game, first and foremost, is the play of Dennis Hildeby, who, among goalies with at least 2 starts, is leading in goals saved above expectations.
That bar.
Hey,
At least 2?
at least 2.
At least 2.
Potentially 3 or
You
more.
gotta raise the bar a little.
Well, it's from Jonas Siegel's article, so and Jonas is like, listen, I get it. It's a smaller sample size, but he's played 8 games.
I was about to say he's played 8 games and he started a lot more than 2.
What's hilarious about his record, so Dennis Hildeby has a .927 save percentage right now.
It was a 919 heading into that game. They lost and it went up to 927.
And in those 8 games, he's amassed a 1-2-2 record.
That's so frustrating.
Isn't that bizarre?
That's so frustrating.
But he's been excellent. And the Leafs, obviously, if you guys don't know, Anthony Stolarz is somewhere in the galaxy. We're not totally sure.
Mm-hmm.
And Joseph Woll looks like he's got some sort of hip flexor thing that he's working on, and it'll take a week to fix. Although Anthony Stolarz was going to be a week too, and that was 4 weeks ago.
we can now hold Berube to it.
He did say a week.
He said a week.
Yeah.
The fact that he said a week makes me believe it'll be a week, because then it might get awkward. But then again, nothing's ever awkward with Berube, because they're just going to stare you down and be like, it's not awkward.
What is what repercussion is there for him being wrong?
Exactly.
These are not the droids you're looking for. He's got
the Stolarz thing. It's real sketch. Like he was talking, was it yesterday on Sunday, the optional skate, and he's saying he doesn't know. Has no answers on when Stolarz will be back, on what the injury is, and he admitted that he hasn't skated and hasn't been on ice. It's an unknown. It's not like Joseph Woll, where they told us ahead of time that he's away for X reason and it's not going to be discussed and he's going to be away for the team for a while.
Yeah.
Stolarz has been played like it's an injury, but he's just not skating and nobody can say what's happening.
There's been 2 injuries this season already. We're like a third of the way through, where it seems like there's been a setback, and we've discussed this previously. It doesn't look good on the team.
No.
Stolarz and Carlo.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look good on them. It's not like Matthews last year was very frustrating, but like sending him to Germany, it's like, well, no stone unturned.
Yep.
This guy's a superstar. We're going to treat him like a superstar. All right, whatever. I hate that you fiddled with the timeline, but whatever. We're a Dennis Hildeby injury away from this being a crisis, like a real serious issue.
Mm-hmm.
So stay healthy, Dennis.
We'll get to Vancouver in the Quinn Hughes is a New Jersey Devil segment.
Yeah.
But
That's actually what I called it.
on Saturday, David Kampf was their first line center. And it's because Pettersson couldn't go. He tried to get into warmups and then he couldn't go. And like how the Leafs are one of those away from starting Akhtiamov for the next considerable future, like they were a Pettersson injury away from David Kampf being their first line center. And it happened.
David Kampf, by the way, who they didn't start the season with. So who the hell would have been number 1 without Kampf?
So Ratu playing their second line center had a great game and they won and everything. But like that, those are the things that can happen in these situations.
I'm sorry, you mean the centerpiece of the Bo Horvat deal?
Yeah, he's been great this season. He was great on Saturday, but
Yes.
you're one injury away and you're looking up and you're like, I'm looking at the line combination. David Kampf is number 1. And we're getting to the Dennis Hildeby situation where it's one injury away. And they're like, our backup at the Marlies is the number 1 goalie for the Leafs. And where's Stolarz?
Here's why I'm skeptical of the week thing with Woll. Everything with the Leafs is about perception and trying to quell the beast that is Leafs Nation. And if Woll was out long term, there would be some panic. Because even though Hildeby's been good, it's like, okay, but random McNew dude is the backup to him. I like Akhtiamov. I don't think he's ready, but that's the life of a goalie. But if you say he's going to be out, Woll's going to be out a month, then everyone goes, oh shit.
Season's over.
Yeah, well, yeah, they were already struggling to put points on the board. They finally start to get it together and they don't get any goaltending. Or you're relying on a rookie and a rookier rookie. That's a problem.
So you think they say a week so that they don't give an initial timeline and everybody starts freaking out?
Yes.
Interesting.
I think that's
What?
Conspiracy theory.
It makes it worse though. Once that week
but it's-
passes, though, it makes it worse.
Yeah.
Jesse, it's based on evidence, though.
frogs?
You don't understand. You and all the other sheeple. No,
Tell
like
us about the frogs.
yes, well, they're gay. See. Like, I can't believe that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You can.
I can't.
I mean, in today's day and age,
Yeah.
you can't.
Everything's a real thing.
When it was first said, I couldn't believe
There
it.
you
Now
go.
I'm
Yeah.
like, that's not even, it doesn't even register. Anyway, if Woll comes back in less than a week now, lovely. If he doesn't, 0 people will be surprised in the entire world.
Mhm.
Or aliens who won't be surprised.
And then we get to that thing where you mentioned, like, you're questioning the medical staff and do they know what they're doing? But we'll never get answers to that because they'll never.
I don't think it's got anything to do with it. I think they're watching these interviews going, why the fuck? Why did he say that?
Yeah, I don't think
tell him
they
to
can't
say
be
that.
on board. They can't be on board with this.
Okay.
It doesn't make them look good. It makes them look like they don't know what they're doing, even though maybe that's true. I also had to burp there. That's why it sounded like I was going to cry.
Crying.
Yeah, no. I think there's two things at play here, right? The Leafs can't, for whatever reason, give us a timeline on anybody because it's super secret, and we dumb, unwashed people couldn't handle it. But also, it's supposed to, I think, cover any mistakes made by medical staff or prognostications. Does that make sense? But I also think that people, general population people who deal with health, which we all do, can understand when a doctor looks at you and goes, well, this week I think it's this, but we're going to need the swelling to come down and I'm going to need to run some tests and we'll know more next week. Like we understand timelines being extended. We get that.
Talk to us like we're grown-ups. Just
yeah, and I don't understand why that doesn't happen. But anyway, hey, it's the BetMGM big story, and it wouldn't be a big story if we didn't talk about the Olympics and the fact that it's the Board of Governors meetings right now. And
the bog.
Our buddy Chris Johnson is down there, and he actually recorded a show this morning with Julian. So we're gonna get an understanding of what the bogs tell us.
I bet he hates going where it's hot.
It's not hot. It's in Colorado Springs today. But it's beautiful. Him and Pierre LeBrun have both posted pictures, and it's like on a lake, and it's like this gorgeous. I'm jealous, to be honest with you. But the thing that the top thing at the Board of Governors meeting is going to be this arena. And according to Eric Engels of Sportsnet, quote, "It's a joke," is said a member of one participating team's manager group when we touched base earlier this week. The players are apparently not happy as well. And one of the things that I think is kind of interesting too is forget that the ice sheet is 4 feet shorter. They're not totally sure that the ice itself will be very good.
Yeah, they're worried about the quality of the actual sheet.
So,
it's they didn't have a lot of like Italy just found out last week they're getting the Olympics, right? Mm-hmm. So you can forgive them.
Mm-hmm. They didn't have a 10-year lead up.
Come on.
Here's my thing though. Like there's this claim out there that, the tournament won't happen. Well, they simply couldn't do it in Switzerland or whatever. Okay, you know what they have in North America?
Rinks.
Fucking hockey rinks. Are you telling me that they're not going to do this? I think it was Bissonnette said it this weekend. He was like, why wouldn't you just do it in North America then? Just do it.
The NHL, I don't think would be...
you must do this tournament, right?
Yeah.
Because the NHL would be insane to leave that opportunity on the table after spending all this time and money and then just go dark for 2.5 weeks?
Right.
I'm sure there's arenas in the NHL that are not going to be filled with concerts or basketball games or whatever. Just go to that city and do it there.
Sometimes I wonder how much of something is an actual story and how much it just makes a good headline.
Okay.
Olympic hockey in jeopardy is a great headline. And I don't know if it's quite a reality.
Okay.
There's a potential that this thing doesn't happen. I think it happens, whether or not the arena is, you can't get certain concessions and you go in the bathroom and there's a couple of hammers and drills left over. Who knows? Or if the ice sheet's a little choppy and not that great. I think it just gets done. This sounds a little Lane Hudson's going to be moved for a 6th round pick any day now. It sounds a little, it makes a great story. Let's all talk about it. All we got is time between now and the Olympics, and we're all really excited for the Olympic stuff. This is a great story, but the reality, I think, is Sidney Crosby is going to be on the ice playing for a medal.
It sounds like anxiety, like, well, it might not. I think it's going to be like a lot of things in human history. They're going to rush it. Some things are going to suck. They're ultimately going to do it.
And 5 years from now, it'll make a great BuzzFeed article on abandoned Olympic places because they'll never use the arena again because it's not even that good.
You know what I was thinking about? This sounds like even more, and I think it's a really good direct comparison. It's something we've all completely forgotten happened. Do you remember the lead up to Four Nations? The headline for those first couple days leading up to it was, ticket sales in Montreal aren't good.
Oh,
right.
Yeah.
We on our own show looked at the seating charts in Montreal and said, there's a lot of blue dots on Ticketmaster where you could buy tickets and this thing's going to be a failure because no one's going to go. And then the thing happened and it's been the greatest hockey event that we've had in the last 20 years.
NHL has never, ever nailed something the way they nailed Four Nation Face.
Never.
Man,
that was
so
the
true.
biggest hockey thing that's happened in America since what?
Miracle.
The Miracle on Ice? Four Nations got the entire country behind hockey.
Yeah.
That's been not since like the 90s when hockey was really popular down there has that happened.
At least 25 years.
Like, it was so cool. And then the couple of days before that, we're like, nobody's going to go to Montreal. And then you get there and Montreal has the best atmosphere out of anything that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. I think a lot of this might be that. I could also be completely wrong and they skip out the Olympics.
I hope
but
you're right. You made me feel a lot better about it.
I'm leaning on they get this thing done.
want
And we probably forget we talked about this.
There's definitely a better solution than they just don't do it.
Yeah. Like, that sounds so ridiculous.
Well, it's so very NHL. It's like, meh,
Eh.
meh. Oh, it's not ready. Like, I can imagine
Good impression.
the NHL contingent there. They're like, oh, well, we've got to work on this. Oh, you're going to work on that in the arena? Oh, you have to pick up the tree? Like, they're not helpful at all.
I knew it was going to happen when last week Bill Daly was quoted. I'm like, he's just getting out there to fart out of his mouth. It's going to happen. He's just being a meh.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're yeah. Anyway, listen. BetMGM.
Oh, right.
It's the big story. And the big story for you should be the BetMGM app, which has improved its lineup this year. Instant withdrawals, data insights, brand new rewards hub. Download the BetMGM app today and experience the NHL like never before. BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 19 plus to wager. Ontario only. Please play responsibly. If you have any questions or concerns about your gambling or somebody close to you, please contact Connects Ontario at 1-866-531-2600 to speak to an advisor free of charge. BetMGM operates pursuant to an operating agreement with iGaming Ontario. You guys already know if you need anything with a logo on it for a team, you go to one place. Fanatics! We're talking jerseys, hats, tees, memorabilia, and now the absolute best premium lifestyle wear because Jesse and Steve are modeling for us today the Lululemon Times NHL collection, which is actually super cool. Actually, super hot, super cozy.
Jesse, I'm really loving your quarter zip.
Thank you. It's very light. I could go for a run in this.
I also
For a
feel
good
like
jog.
you wear that to any rink. You'll fit in with all the dads.
Yeah.
Quarter zip mafia.
The one I'm wearing for anybody listening has the Leafs logo on it. So everyone's be like, is that team personnel in its quarter zip Leafs logo?
You probably couldn't wear that to practice.
No, I probably couldn't wear this around Scotia, but everywhere else in my life, I can wear this.
They'd be like, what are you doing? This sweater, so comfy. I'm thinking, you know what I'm thinking?
What are you thinking?
Really good couch nap hoodie.
Oh, I love it.
You ever wear a good hoodie for a nice couch nap?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to have a couch nap when I go home.
When you're out in the backyard, flooding the rink, that also kind of works too, right?
Yeah, but I'm doing work in that scenario.
Yeah.
I like mine.
It's also, you know what's cool about the Lululemon connection is that it's subtle fandom. You know, when you buy a jersey, it's the big logo and it's in your face. This is a little bit more elevated, which is kind of the whole point.
Totally.
It's available for all 32 NHL teams and includes all popular sizes in men's and women's. We got hoodies, we got half zips, we got joggers. So check it out right now. Whether you're looking for an official jersey, a classic team hat, or the absolute peak of premium comfort wear, Fanatics is your destination. Check out the entire world of NHL merchandise, including the newest sleek Lululemon NHL collection for all 32 teams. Head over to fanatics.com and gear up with the best. And Dennis Hildeby's been great.
Yes.
And that's the key.
Lovely.
And, you know, with him playing the way he did against Montreal, I felt like, again, I feel like the Leafs team is, and there's so many reasons why that is coming together much better than it has thus far. I still think you're missing, you're missing both goaltenders. You're missing your best defenseman. There are things that this lineup is clearly missing. On the forward side of things, what's annoying about the Montreal game for me, guys, is the lack of offensive opportunities that the Leafs created. Now, it didn't.
I thought Montreal played great.
They did play great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Saturday night versus Toronto. Montreal knows how to get up for that. The Leafs never do. But when you have a team that can score like the Leafs can, one of the things that I think is so important is creating offensive opportunities. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
And one of the things that drove me crazy at the end of the game is Max Domi, who has 5 points in 4 games, been spectacular, found Morgan Riley once late in third period and once in overtime, wide open, and both times, one hit the post and the other sailed over the net. And Jesse, if I'm not mistaken, I think you had this Saturday night, he missed 5 shots total? Morgan Riley?
On the stat sheets, 5 shots missed by Morgan Riley.
So that...
Craig Berube called him out. He didn't call him out by name, but he called him out by act.
What did he say?
He said Jesse, you had the quote because I was reading off of your Twitter, but it was I think it was we're missing the net too damn much.
Yeah.
And then he did my favorite hockey guy thing where they're casual about numbers. I don't know. I think it was like, and then they get the exact number.
So I'll read it. He said, missed the net like 15 times at least. I
They
think
missed
that's
the net exactly 15 times.
And it turns out, when you look at the shoots, it's exactly 15. He knew.
Yeah.
At least I think that's the number. Good opportunities too. We got to hit the net on those opportunities.
And I think McCabe missed 3. 1 or 2 guys missed 2. There were a bunch of guys with 1. Riley missed 5.
Yeah. There was one guy who stood out in terms of the missed shot department, and it was Morgan Riley. He was calling out Morgan Riley without calling him out.
The puck was on his stick 7 times
Yep.
for a shot. 2 of them resulted in shots on net. Can't happen. Can't happen. Like the Habs are out shooting you. Now I think part of this is coaching. Because that's Berube hockey is beautiful when it works. When it doesn't work, it's unwatchable. And it involves a lot of going in the net, creating chaos in the slot, get 1 or 2 deflections if you can manage it. And the puck's got to come from the back end. When it doesn't work, holy shit. Like it's just useless. And this is a guy who can rip it. He can pick corners. We've seen him do it. This is the dumbest thing, but I don't think he's shooting to score. He's shooting to hit something. And in the process, he hits nothing.
And add 2 to your number because he had 2 attempts that were blocked.
Oh my God.
Wow.
So 9.
Yeah.
9 times.
9 times he reared back to take a shot, and 2 of them hit the net.
Wow.
And he's paying for it, by the way. He's being punished by getting promoted to the top power play unit. Wait, sorry, what? Oh, that's how successful hockey teams
Is
operate?
that what's happening? I haven't seen the line.
Yeah,
thought OEL
today at Morning Skate, he's on the top unit.
You know what? I don't hate it. And listen, I've been the one.
I do, viscerally.
I've been the one
What?
that's been hardest on Morgan Riley. I think OEL's better in that spot. I do. Because he shoots it and he keeps it low and whatever. But yeah, Morgan, at his best, man, he's putting up points. And he has been putting up points this year.
Okay.
And that's
Power
why it's
play-
so annoying when he misses 2 beautiful opportunities to put a game away.
They have, like, the power play I've sort of brushed aside. It started terrible. It always starts terrible. It was starting to get better. Well, it's right back to terrible. In fact, it's the worst.
The power play for the Toronto Maple Leafs since November 12th is last in the NHL.
Is that good?
They have a 8% conversion rate on the power play since November 12th.
And on top of that,
8%.
they don't
Laughs.
get power play opportunities.
No,
Yeah.
and the ones they get, they don't convert.
Or they're cut short on trumped up charges. That was an abomination on Saturday.
That was the makeup call for the one on the Leafs.
Crazy.
right?
Horrible. Oh yeah.
It was worst officiating in the world.
Garrett Rank and Kelly Sutherland. Garrett Rank, I think, has 700 games. Sutherland has 1,400. God help us all.
So those are the numbers since November 12th. This entire season as a whole, the Leafs sit 30th in the league rankings. They're 14.1% on the power play.
And,
It's awful.
here's, all the percentages and everything. Here's what it is. 10 goals. The best team in the league, Dallas, I think, has 30. You need 16 to be top half. Imagine the Leafs were middle of the pack with what they have. Imagine they had 6 more goals on the season. How many games go to overtime and the shootout? How many games do you actually win? Right? They're not in a playoff spot right now. They're, I think, 3 points out. And this is why. It's a major reason for why.
Had they won the game on Saturday night, they would have been the team in Canada with the most points on the season.
Holy shit!
Yeah, had they won in regulation, that is.
Oh my god! That can't be right. Montreal's got 3 more.
They got 30. No, the Leafs would have had 2. Montreal would have had 0.
Oh,
they would have been ahead.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yo, what happened?
Well,
holy shit.
The total goals thing, Steve was right about the power play numbers. The Toronto Maple Leafs sit last in total power play goals scored. They've only scored 10 on
and aren't they like one of the last in power play opportunities too?
Yeah. They're
power play opportunities, they're 29th. Columbus,
Man.
New York, Rangers, and the Pittsburgh Penguins.
I think the Carolina game, did they not? Was it Carolina that they didn't get a power play at all, or was it the game before? It was one of those two.
Like
one the
half-
Tuesday or
I think it was the
Thursday.
Carolina one. Yeah. Something last week.
I'm going to say this till I'm blue in the face. The entire Matthews era, the Leafs have not been top half of the NHL in power play opportunities. Not cumulative. Every single season, the highest they've been is 18th in power play opportunities. But remember, kids, the league is rigged in favor of the Leafs, who have not won a Stanley Cup since 2 years prior to the moon landing.
So
I
go
think
ahead, Jeff.
Saturday's loss was a bad loss. I think
in what way?
I
agree.
I think that's a game you have to get considering where you are in the standings and considering how late it's getting. That one to me felt like the first game of the season where I said, I really wish they got that extra point. I really wish they didn't allow Montreal to get the 2. I left that game with a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth, thinking that was a really big squandered opportunity because they did have some chances there, and the second period they threw it away.
Yeah.
Like it was a disaster of a period, and they tend to do that consistently. But then they got lucky and they got back into it a lot, and they get the goal there.
Rock star shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
we
God.
can get to Lawton, I guess, and have
In a bit.
his little moment. But that to me felt like the first one this year where I was like, you should have had that game, and that was an important game to win. All the momentum coming off that road trip, people were at a pregame. They were really high on like how the Leafs came out of that 6-game road trip and went 4-2,
Well.
and then you're back in Toronto, and then you blow it.
It was the fans.
It was bad. And I think Berube after the game had this similar sense. It was the fans had a similar
They
sentiment
were like,
that
boo, hope you lose.
he was pretty angry with the results there.
Was he?
In that after the game, and it was a quick one, his media avail, and all he talked about were the complaints about how they didn't get it done. And that was with the power play. That was with the missed shots. And I don't think that was one you could have lost, and they did, and that just doesn't sit well.
I don't know if you could find this on the shift chart or anything, but like I'd love to know who Morgan Rielly spent most of his time on the ice with. Because like his D partner is Oliver Ekman-Larsson. This team has John Tavares. This team has William Nylander. This team has Matthew Nyes. This team has Max Domi.
Austin Matthews.
This team has Austin Matthews. And the puck is on Rielly's stick for 9 shot attempts, and 2 of them connect.
which means like if this were basketball, and you shot like that in basketball, they don't pass you the ball anymore.
They don't play you anymore.
Yeah.
In terms of his D partner, he spent the most time with OEL.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Are you talking about like the forward
forwards?
groups? It was the Domi, Nyes, Matthews line.
Like, how dare you? How dare you take up the puck that way? And like Domi just putting it on a platter for you. Get out of here, man. Like,
Well, he
that's
can't. He's got a no move.
well, that's not what I meant.
I know,
literally,
I know.
but like
Taking it literally.
Mo, like that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. Like there are other guys who made like, you know, mistakes, and like Benoit and Myers getting caught out there for 3 minutes was insane and stuff like that. But this is why in the video, I talked about the difference between losing and not doing enough to win.
Mhm.
They didn't do enough to win.
Mhm.
And Rielly's who's more guilty
Yeah.
on the entire team.
And it's December. What was the day of the game? December 6th. If you're still not doing enough to win, like it's been enough time here, people. The
Yeah,
season
come
started in early October.
I-
it's Christmas.
This is my thing. So last year, you guys, I was still bitching about the power play in January, and you guys were like, "Hey, wait a second, it's been pretty good the last month." And Jesse pulled up the numbers, and it was like top 5 from like December to early or mid-December to mid-Jan.
And I think they ended like 9th.
Yeah, which is means they went on an unbelievable tear. If the coach's job is to get the players ready for the game, then I would say a power play coach's job is to get them ready for the season. And I understand there have been injuries, but
and limited opportunity.
This is now 2 years in a row. It's taken at least 10 weeks into the season. We are 30 games in here, and the power play sucks. At what point are we saying again, and I know I said this last year, hey, Mark, the season's 6.5 months long.
Mark who?
Mark Savard. We're 2.5 months in and you haven't got these guys going. And look at the weapons. You just outlined them all, right? How is this? At a certain point, it can't be the talent.
Well, what you do is you split up the top unit in between both units. And that way you can get a lethal shooter in there like Nick Robertson. And, oh, wait, he's going to be scratched tonight.
But, yeah, okay, fine.
No, but like
they're
you're trying to revive, like the power play is going to score 2 goals tonight.
And we're going to...
I am confident of.
Sure, okay.
Just to make us
look
but I stupid.
I actually don't even care because that's just tonight.
Well,
I need it over the
How
next
many games
week.
in are we? 30? Like, you cannot have. Here's the only justification I can think of. Riley just played his 900th game in the NHL, all of them with the Leafs. He had a shit game Saturday night. Monday is his veteran mulligan. It's his veteran show me game. And he's hopefully going to have a great night. If he doesn't, man, I got no patience for this. The 5 forward thing, last year your roster was constructed a certain way that it could work. Marner is a very unique player, and I didn't think he did poorly in that role. I don't give a shit who you put on the point. I don't know why we continue to overthink where we put Matthews. Put him where you put the other most elite shooters in the league, and stop putting Riley there.
Do you think it's a coaching thing, though? Do you think this should fall on Mark Savard?
Yes, I do.
I mean, listen,
this is
I did a car commercial with the guy, but it's hard to defend. They're last in the league.
Since he got here, they've last year they turned it on, no question. But you cannot go a third of the season with your power play being dog shit. The previous years, the problem was they never made any adjustments at all, and the power play was figured out by February, and by the playoffs, everybody could defend it, right? Under Keefe. So can we get somebody who is? I don't care if they finish 9th. Although I think with the weapons they have, they should be top 5. I do think. I don't see any reason why they shouldn't. I need Matthews.
Half of the league, for God's sake. How about not last?
But in all honesty, like the expectations reasonably should be top 7 to top 5. Okay? That's what I think it should be. You've got now 2 seasons in a row where a quarter of the season the power play's dead in the water. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. Just like it wasn't okay when the power play died in the back third of the season the previous 4 years before that. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. Figure it the fuck out, guys. There's $50 million on that power play.
I've said this for years. It's a microcosm of this team. What are you supposed to do on the power play?
Score?
Yeah. You have to score. And you have 2 minutes.
The goal scoring contest, as far as I understand.
Yeah. They buckle.
Well, and they tried the 5 forwards again, and I can't believe it was hilarious watching because I'm sitting there, I'm like, do these guys played house? Somebody must have played house league defense at one point. Nobody taught you to play like that.
If Spencer Carberry put Alexander Ovechkin on the point on the Capitals power play, you would think that he was actively coaching an NHL game on mushrooms. Why was Matthews ever there? What? If Pasternak, you go back a few years ago, Stamkos, Kucherov, we would all think they were on drugs. We would all think that they had licked a toad between periods.
And what was strange about the power play Saturday night is Nyes is off the first unit and Cowan is on.
Fine.
So you've got Matthews, Tavares, Nylander, Cowan, and whoever was at the point, whether it's OEL or Riley.
I can live with a new look. I can't live with something that's stupid. Matthews on the point? What are we doing?
If anybody was going to quarterback a power play of those forwards, to me, it'd be Nylander, wouldn't it?
Sure, but even that's stupid.
Oh, yeah, because he doesn't play defense.
Yeah.
But
I want Nylander's shot, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So,
no,
I mean,
no.
I get why Riley is now quarterbacking because he's going to.
Yeah.
And they did see a little bit of success. It looked decent early on when Riley tried it, like to begin the season, but like nothing's gotten going. I don't know. Just try something.
I'd sooner put Riley net front. Where I think he would do a decent job.
I like OEL a lot better.
Every 3-on-3, watch, Riley drives the net.
Yeah.
He doesn't hang back
he's
there
big.
at the blue line. Yeah.
He's bigger than people think.
He's a Gronk. He's thick.
They don't make in-season assistant coaches changes. Like, it's not something that happens unless the head coach also goes.
We said that about Lalonde, who has the D is improved, the PK is improved. You got to give him credit after we basically said the first 20 games were his fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So there's no way they'd clear the bench unless Brube would also go, which I don't think is happening. They've already said it's not happening. But I'd look at this offseason seriously considering just a revamp of that bench.
Assistant coaches don't often hang around long, especially running the Leafs power play.
It's not a permanent position.
In the Matthews era, it's been a lot of different guys.
Yeah.
God, I wish Spencer Carberry was still here.
Well, the Leafs.
Well, there's a reason he's a head coach. He's very good at his job.
They yielded a couple of pretty good head coaches in the last couple of years, Carberry and Lane Lambert.
Yeah. Lambert wasn't the power play, but yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, long story short, they got to figure that out. Hey, here's a gifting hack. Jenny Bird. Remember the name. Jenny Bird.
Jenny and one of my favorite things.
That's right.
Bird.
And instead of bird watching, you can go Jenny Bird watching and find the significant other in your life some great jewelry this year. And you know what's awesome about it is that it arrives quickly if you're a last minute shopper.
As it's December, that's important.
Yeah, it's key. All of you people out there still waiting to do your Christmas shopping, hit up Jenny Bird.
Yeah,
you might need it.
Yeah, all you people.
Oh, I mean Adam Wild sitting next to me, who's still not done his Christmas shopping.
You people. Here's
Natalie's gonna want something nice and shiny from here.
Jenny Bird is modern, elevated, and guaranteed to actually stay out of the return pile, which is amazing. And imagine they open their gift on Christmas Day and they like it. Whoa.
I cannot.
Well, you should get used to it, Steve, because you're going to get 20% off at Jenny Bird with your first order. 20% off first order, Jenny Bird, by visiting jenny-bird.ca. Do not forget this name. It's jenny-bird.ca, and use that promo code DANGLE, D-A-N-G-L-E, at checkout. Steve, you're looking a little handsome there.
Oh, the shacket?
Do you like it, Jesse?
I do.
Well, should tell you guys, it's Fabletics that I pronounced correctly for the first time in my life.
Now, let me ask you, Steve, how was your experience with Fabletics?
Seamless, excellent, titillating. They gave me exactly what I wanted when I wanted it. I like to go a little more professional for this show, but so I didn't come in sweatpants, but the Fabletics black sweatpants that I got, my wife's getting a show around the house.
Jesse?
I am wearing a Fabletics hoodie right now.
Oh,
Like, great hoodie I'm wearing.
look at
It's
you.
so comfy and so soft. There's the Fabletics logo right there.
Oh, that's
You see it on
cool.
the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very comfy. I love it.
Hey, Adam, you look like a loser.
I know. I'm not wearing Fabletics today. I know. That's the problem. And listen, Jesse and Steve and I are signed up for their VIP. We get 80% off everything, and you should too. And here's the deal. The quality is amazing, and it's a lot of it's recycled. We were talking about a carbon neutral company. And it's pretty important to be that in this day and age. Fabletics already has amazing deals, but right now they're running their biggest sale of the year on top of that. So we've got an exclusive offer for you. 80% off everything. When you sign up as a VIP, head to fabletics.com/STP and sign up as a VIP to get 80% off everything. This is only available through our link. So go to fabletics.com/SDP to sign up as a VIP and get 80% off. That's fabletics.com/SDP. On the good side of things, Scott Lawton continues to be a factor for the team, and
What a rock star.
he fucking rocks, man. He's so cool. Like, I'm like, man, I want to. What his celebration? It's not that he scored a slap shot breakaway goal, something he did in Philadelphia as well. This is not the first time he's done it.
He tried it with the Leafs and he rang it off the crossbar.
Oh, okay. But he kept it low this time, and he kept it low in Philly, and that's where he scored there. But to me, the celebration.
Oh.
There's sometimes, man, when you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan, one of the things that everybody says about you is nobody wants to play there, right?
Oh.
And Scott Laughton, we know, grew up a Leaf fan and was jacked to be here.
Mm-hmm.
But when he scored that goal, he was every fan living their dream playing for the Leafs. It was just this, like you could see the soul come out of his body roaring.
So that was his third goal in 3 games.
Look at that. Just, he's not even looking at anyone. He's like, I fucking did that.
First goal in 3 games.
Look at that. Look at that.
Or sorry. Third goal in 3 games.
He looks like a Dementor. It's amazing.
Oh my God, you're right. When this goal streak began, where was he? On the road.
Right.
Second goal on the road. This is his first goal in front of his peers this season. And you could tell. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Look at it. Who's the bald guy smiling? He is me. I am him. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Scotty.
He's just so pleased with Scoot.
This guy over here.
Yeah, that guy. Look at how happy he is. He's not a fan going, whoa! That is the celebration of a man who is at work and not allowed to celebrate.
Yeah, that's a Leaf
But he's
fan
still
who
stoked.
works at Scotia.
Hell yeah. I want to know who that is. I'm going to do some digging.
Can we go ask him?
Yeah. Ask the fucking guy.
In the 5 games leading into this game, the Leafs' penalty kill was at 91.7%. That's him, man.
And they get scored on by a top 5 power play in the NHL in Montreal. And they end the game even. I think it should work that way.
Yeah?
If your penalty kill scores a shorty, absolutely, it should be represented. You more than killed the penalty. You fucking scored.
You plussed the penalty.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
We talked last time about Laughton. You were talking about Adam, how much of a big fan you are of him.
I love him.
And his personality in the locker room too. Like all the guys love him and everything. So I asked him after the game, I was like, okay, do you got to like show up and be that kind of guy? Or is that just kind of you? You can hear the question. I didn't have to describe my question. Here's what I asked Laughton.
Guys call you a glue guy. Is that like an effort by you to be that in the locker room, or is that just natural? Just come natural?
Yeah, try and be yourself. Try and be consistent every day. I think I played 2 full years in the NHL and got sent back to the minors. So you try and be that consistent guy every day, no matter what, no matter what's going on in the schedule and the standings, anything like that. You try and be the same guy every day for your teammates and try and bring energy. And that's what I try and do on a day-to-day basis.
Good question. Good question.
Blake,
Good question.
That
was
first
so
question?
good.
No. So I hear Laughton answer that, and I hear the way he talks and how everybody always speaks so highly of him. And in another life, that guy's captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Uh-huh.
You know, like I hear everything about him exudes like I could captain a team, and I think he has that in him.
He'll be wearing an A at some point. I don't think he's like. I know he's out of contract at the end of the year. I do think that that's a guy they're going to keep around.
I agree with you. But also you can tell the reaction that I've been getting online anyway from Flyers fans. At the beginning of the season when Laughton wasn't playing, they're like, oh, thanks for Gulbenkian. And now I'll be like, oh, I love Scott Laughton. And they'll be like, us too. Us too. We miss him. First in Gulbenkian's pretty good, but damn.
No, be happy with your first in Gulbenkian.
Yeah, no, it was the right call.
I'm happy with Laughton at $1.5 million.
You'll be happy to know that Dakota Mermis will draw in over Philip Myers. The Benoit Myers pairing over the previous 3 games, so that includes Montreal and the 2 wins last week. The chances were 47-8 not in their favor when they were on the ice.
They were what?
The shots were 17-2 against them. The scoring was no, it can't be that. That's not right. That's like expected scoring, but expected goals are like it's like 2.9. It's crazy.
Jesus.
And that is like they're just getting caved, and it's painful. And Philip Myers, like you know, when he plays, there's going to be at least one panicked icing, almost a period.
Yeah.
It's just whatever it is for him, his confidence isn't there yet.
No.
I know he's better than this. I like Murmis, so it's like sort of like, and he's been playing well, so I don't know why they ever pulled him out.
To get the right-handed stick in.
Yeah, but how about you play the guy that's playing well?
I don't disagree. Yeah, no, I don't disagree. I just like what Murmis brings so much more. It's way more easy to define.
Yes.
The only what I wonder is Benny on the right?
I don't even care. Here we go. So we've got Riley OEL, McCabe Stetcher, which has been great, and we'll talk about that a little bit.
David Alter. Just shout him out.
Oh no, I don't shout out David Alter.
Guy.
Who's that?
Shout out the Media Meals.
Who's Media Meal? Oh man, it's the greatest.
All right, go ahead.
So OEL, Riley, McCabe Stetcher, Benoit Murmis, and it looks like Benoit on the left, Murmis on the right. What do we think?
I'm more along the lines of you, where I'm like, yeah, fine. Like, again,
just play the guy that's good.
The Leafs lose in the shootout, and we're looking at minutia here. Like, it's a lot different than earlier this season when we were like, they got run over and everything sucks. And now I'm like, okay, Riley had the puck 9 times.
He could have won the game a couple of times.
2 of them were shots on goal.
You're never going to let that go.
No, it's bad. It's unacceptable. Like, it's absolutely horrible. Myers is scratched for playing poorly. Riley got promoted. And the third pair is inadequate. The third pair gets fixed when 2 guys come back. One of them, it seems like, is coming back soon.
Chris Tanev is on the ice.
He's getting evaluated on Wednesday by their doctor, and they're going to re-up what's next for him. This needs to be the slowest burn possible.
Yes,
Tanev.
I agree.
It was
I agree.
2 concussions in very short amount of time. You need to be very careful with this man's life in terms of
100%.
that. So I don't care how fast or slow it takes. It just needs to be right.
Yeah. I'm very heartened by how good Stetcher's been, because you bring Carlo healthy back and Tanev healthy back. I think this thing is humming. But
yeah, I think
guys.
I think Troy Stetcher has moved up the depth chart too. Like he's not coming out of the lineup.
Oh, I'd put Tanev. What the hell do you even do?
I think you probably put Tanev and Carlo back together, or Tanev and McCabe back together. And why not try Carlo Stetcher?
2 righties?
I don't know. Or you could put Carlo Riley.
Well, you get OEL back on the left is probably what I would do.
Oh, well, whatever.
So, that's a really interesting one.
I mean, you could try Stetcher OEL. That'd be fun. And OEL is big enough that he can sort of make up from the lack of size from Stetcher. But Stetcher's not afraid of physicality.
No, he's not.
He doesn't back away from it.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep him in the top 4. Realistically, he should be third.
He's not. He's not.
Riley,
you can put him, you can deploy him in offensive situations. That's what you use that for. If your shutdown pair is your best pair, which is McCabe Tanev, and everybody agrees, well, it doesn't. You could list them as the third pair. Who cares? We all know what they're there for.
Riley, Carlo, McCabe, Tanev, OEL, Stetcher.
Yeah, it's not so bad, is it?
That's way better than what we got going.
I agree, and that's the.
But you need wins now.
You do need wins.
Those guys
now.
aren't here.
And we again, no timeline on any. Well, we got a timeline on Tanev at least.
Yeah.
We know he's going to the doctor.
It's frustrating, right? Like, the team you could have, and you bring those 2 back, even one of the 2 goalies back, for God's sake. Like,
It never works that way, though.
No, it doesn't.
You can't, these games aren't played on the projected season starting roster. Injuries happen.
The far more likely result, someone else gets hurt.
Yeah, 100%. So that you got to be a team that's deep and good enough, and the guys you got to play through those things.
Yeah,
that's the reality of the NHL.
We glossed right over Lawton's not at morning skate.
They said he's fine.
Yeah, he's fine.
They said he's
yeah. But that's
but what if he was fine? He wouldn't have missed morning skate.
Exactly. Nyes took a maintenance day and then ended up missing. Was it 2 games, 3 games?
3.
Yeah. So there's always something these guys are dealing with. You never want to see that stuff. It does raise questions with
I'm sure too. He did just break a foot. They probably want to maybe give him a little bit of rest, and then he had an injury right after breaking the foot.
Mm-hmm. It's just not a good sign with this team.
No, it's certainly not. What was there? One more thing I wanted to hit with you guys. We hit the goaltending. We hit the thing. I forgot. Damn it. It was a good one too. It was something.
The officiating was bullshit. Texier's shootout goal.
Beautiful. That was Merrick Malik level.
I was so
surprised.
How dare you?
I was so frustrated because you could probably even find me on the stream. I called it. I knew that's his move.
Did Steve wants confirmation?
Justin.
Justin's nodding his head.
Yeah, so I was moderating the stream. I was watching the whole thing, and you were like, and here he is, and he's going to do this weird thing where he kind of flicks the puck middle, pokes it through 5-hole, and then like literally 30 seconds later, he's like, of course.
And everyone's like, man, I wasn't familiar with his game. Correct, you weren't. He's been doing that his entire career. That's at least the third or fourth time he's done it. I was very frustrated by that. I was frustrated that I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
And, I don't necessarily expect Dennis Hildeby to know. I wish you could do a mound visit like in baseball.
My question is, why wouldn't Hildeby know? Like, especially, is this not the type of stuff that like pre-scouting exists for? And especially when you're going to the shootout, is Hildeby not at the bench? Does he not know who's coming up? And does somebody say to him, watch out for that 5-hole move?
Well, like Hayden said in my ear, because we were like, okay, who would you throw out there? And I'm like, well, obviously Willie, obviously Matthews, you have John Tavares. And he's like, well, what about Cowan? There's no book on him. And I'm like, yeah, like he would have taken a ton of shootout attempts in junior. And would,
he's got dangles.
He's got dangles, and like, would the Habs know what Easton Cowan's tendencies?
I also have to say, I don't like Matthews' goal on the shootout was great, but I don't love him on the shootout. Like he's okay,
yeah.
But I don't think I would love to see them try something different there.
I think you're grossly overestimating how prepared these guys are.
Fair.
And I don't say that as an insult to the Leafs. Like, remember Peter Holland couldn't be stopped?
Yes.
He had one move. One.
Buddy, UC Jokinen, shootout specialist.
Well, he would do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. And
Peter Holland would do one move.
It worked.
One. And the Leafs would go into a shootout. And I'd be like, here's what he's going to do. The same thing he did the last 3 times. And it would work. And you're like, does no one know what's coming?
I also think for a guy like Hildeby, I just feel like a shootout.
I'm not even blaming him necessarily.
No, I don't. But I was like, as soon as they went to shootout, I'm like, oh, we're gonna lose this because he's a younger goalie.
He allowed more goals in the shootout than he did in 65 minutes of hockey.
Also, to be fair to Hildeby,
yeah,
does he have one of the biggest 5-holes in the league just because he's so massive?
Maybe.
Like, maybe he was just like, I'm not going to stop this no matter what.
It almost seemed like he was like he knew it was coming and just couldn't stop it. Like Joffrey Lupul would also do the same shit over and over again, and it would work over and over again. It's frustrating. Texier's been doing that since pre-COVID, and it couldn't be stopped.
Yeah.
Hated it.
Nick Robertson has fallen out of favor with Craig Berube.
Oh.
He he played, I think, 6 minutes of ice time all last game. So kind of went underrated with how they lost and how the game played out.
Why do you think that is, Jess?
I think he hasn't earned enough through his hot streak when he's up on the top lines. I think no matter what he did there, they are convinced on what player he is. Okay. And I don't think he's ever going to be able to play out of that.
Oh, they're arrogant.
I don't know if he's ever going to be able to play out of that in this organization's mind. That's my guess.
Because the Carolina goal that Lawton got, no.
That was all Robertson.
No, I'm thinking of the Stanchion one. There was another goal with that fourth line where Lorenz and Lawton were...
It was Florida.
Oh, you're right. Oh, it was Forsling, yeah.
Yeah, he outmuscled Forsling for a puck at top speed.
That was 2 games ago?
Yeah, I don't understand. I thought he played great.
And now he's playing 6 minutes and getting scratched.
If you see it there on the game sheet, Nicholas Robertson, 6:58, 11 shifts all game, 6 minutes at even strength. The 58 seconds there comes on the power play. Not great.
Steven Lorenz
for somebody
6:36 at even.
But I thought Robo was like so much I thought he was past this.
That's such bullshit.
You know, I thought he had done enough to not be in these situations where you're playing this little time, but he clearly hasn't worked out of that. And I don't know if he's ever going to, now that he had that little run and then now he's back to the fourth line and playing no time.
So do you think maybe is it a matchup situation? Because, like, by the way, Jonas Johansson is starting for the Lightning tonight. So it's Hildeby versus Johansson in a battle of different Swedish goalies you've never heard of.
I mean,
but
who I'd rather have.
I want to I want to say, Jesse, is it possible that they just want to use that Lawton line as more of a shutdown against the Kucherov line, and Nick Robertson's probably not going to be the guy?
It could be matchup thing. He could have seen the game in Montreal as one that Nick Robertson's game wouldn't excel at against his opponents, but I think there's a useful player there, and I think he's going to waste if you're playing him this little.
Yarncroke is also useful, but
also healthy scratch today.
Yeah.
that's another point on the playing the 6 minutes. He's not playing tonight, right? So
I just
they don't like him.
I hate that.
I've liked the way he's played in that line. I hope they give it another shot. But I've liked the way Calle Yarncroke's played. I just don't think you're ever going to get any goals from him. Like, I think obviously Lawton can score you some
except
goals.
for insanely at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, we had 3 goals and then got injured immediately.
Yeah, and Michelli, who's healthy scratch, I don't know if he plays.
That's what I was going to ask you. That was literally my last question. That was the one I forgot mid-sentence. Is Matthias Michelli done now?
I wonder.
What are you seeing?
I don't know if anybody's out there is going to take him for what he is right now, because he's somebody who can't crack this lineup. I don't. Like, if we're ranking forwards on who's going to play, he's like 14th right now, and he's fallen even deeper than that. And you bring him in this season to be in the top 6, and that's done and gone. And I think we have enough evidence that that's not going to happen. And I don't know where his place is with this team anymore.
So what's weird is, like, I watch him play. He's not my favorite player. He's fine. He's got 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points in 22 games. That's like an adequate middle 6 production. +2 on a team that was hog shit.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't feel like a guy who should be scratched every single day, but someone has to be. And we just had the conversation about Robertson. Lorentz is too useful to the penalty kill, because I mentioned his even strength ice time. He played nearly 3 minutes shorthanded. So, Michelli, what do you do?
Yeah.
But here we are having a conversation about the power play sucks, and Robertson and Michelli are both scratched.
Yeah. Like, that's the thing about, like, a guy like Steven Lorentz. He's so useful in different parts of the game. And
he had a great game.
Michelli doesn't provide that. It's like
does Michelli have the passion, do you think?
Does he have I don't know if he does. Like, there hasn't been any evidence to show that he does.
No.
Because I see him out there and I'm like, what do you do? I know you got the skill, but what do you do?
His best hockey is when he doesn't stick to the perimeter, which is often.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's you could. I know they're holding on to him, but like, you could put him in on the Marlies right now. No one's going to claim that. $3.45 million? No way.
Do we get another David Kampf situation where he's like, I don't want to be here again?
Well,
okay, good.
Here's what I would say. Here's why I say no. His contract expires at the end of the season. So if he's got to tough it out, it's for a few more months.
Here's why no. It makes Brad look stupid. He paid an asset for this guy, and his bosses, the owners, are currently paying this guy over $3 million to eat popcorn.
Yeah, I don't think it's been a good trade. Like,
no.
I don't know if that I don't think that's a hot take. That's a regrettable move by Brad Treliving.
Yeah, you make a bet, it sucks sometimes.
Yeah,
I wish the pick was conditional the other way also.
If he sucks, you get the pick back?
Yeah.
I bet you could make a trade like that. No one would agree to it.
It's conditional. If he gets a certain amount of points, it's a second, right? Which he's not going to do. So what if he gets under 20 points? You have to give us a pick.
Yeah. That would only work in a scenario like this with an expiring deal.
Yeah.
Because you could depress a player's points and depress their overtime.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not doing that. He just stinks.
Yeah.
They're not doing that. He's just bad.
You got to send the guy back or send the pick back if you don't.
I like that.
Doesn't get it.
I like that a lot. So Skyscanner. This is a really important website if you're looking for great flights at a great price. My wife uses this all the time. My wife refuses to go on vacation without using Skyscanner because she will not pay full price for vacation ever for anything.
And she shouldn't.
No, that's her thing. Now, they have, I don't know if you've heard, but there's this big football tournament coming up. And it's not at your local Ajax football field, sir. It is all over North America.
Oh, Fitba.
Yeah, Fitbit.
Got it.
Footy. There is a football flight finder on Skyscanner. So it's the easiest starting point for planning as it funnels you directly to the travel options for the 2026 host cities.
Oh, that's so cool.
So if you entered the draw, and so my brother-in-law entered the draw, and he got cities all around North America. And one of the things they're thinking about doing is, because my father-in-law is from the Netherlands, and my brother-in-law is from Iran, both teams are playing back-to-back in Dallas.
Hey.
And they got tickets to he randomly got a couple of games in Dallas, and it happened to be the Netherlands game, and it happened in the Iran game. So they're going to go down and they're going to use Skyscanner. And easy to do, right? That's what Skyscanner is here for. If you're a fan, it doesn't have to just be, football. It can be anything. But if you're a fan, the football flight finder is crazy. And you know that with the draws already done, they're going to start jacking up those prices. But Skyscanner's they got you covered. Don't waste time searching everywhere. Be the smart fan and start planning your trip right now. Go to Skyscanner's dedicated football flight finder URL. That's skyscanner.ca. football-flight-finder, and you will set price alerts for yourself. Lock up your trip to the biggest games of 2026. Hey, this episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Listen, it's the time of year where you get to confront things in your family that perhaps you've swept under the rug for the last 6 months, maybe even a year. There's people that you're going to see over the holidays that might give you a little bit of social anxiety. Might make you feel like, oh God, well, somebody's going to bring up politics after a few too many drinks.
You go in the door, but first you go.
Yes. When you're at Christmas dinner or some sort of New Year's party or whatever, and you're like, I need to sneak to the bathroom to scroll my phone for 5 minutes because I'm overstimulated. You know what I'm saying?
You've never done one of these? Okay. You've never done one of those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The breathy okay?
And this is why you need BetterHelp.
You guys are treating your in-laws like they're Jason,
Whoa.
Yeah, because the boogeyman's coming. I'm scared.
I actually have one named Jason.
Carry a machete?
Yeah, I made that up.
No?
I made that up. His name's Freddie.
BetterHelp helps you with your support system, but the support system they're not like in your life. They just should step back and go, okay, let's figure this out.
Your life adjacent.
You shouldn't have to feel this way before walking into a family event. And if you do, here are the strategies for fixing that. Or for changing that, or for controlling what you can control. Big thing in therapy. So join some of the 5 million people worldwide, 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Build your support system with BetterHelp. BetterHelp.com/SDP will give you 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/SDP. So Quinn Hughes, I told you guys a week and a half ago maybe that Canucks fans are starting to feel like he might not want to be there anymore. And, body language conversations are happening on local radio and podcasts and stuff. And, listen, Quinn Hughes has perpetual sad face.
I was about to say, his body language has always been terrible.
Yeah, and I think it's just the way, it's like, hey, man, some people have resting bitch face, right?
Yeah, that's not an insult. I'm just like, oh, man, he looks miserable. That must mean he's miserable. No, man.
No, he's fine.
That's Quinn Hughes.
But there was a press conference that I think a lot of people paid particular attention to this weekend. And it had to do with the fact that Elliot Friedman on Saturday night on the headline segment said that there actually have been phone calls between Fitzgerald and Jim Rutherford regarding Quinn Hughes. At least we know the Devils called. So Quinn Hughes was asked about it.
It was interesting because on his podcast, Friedman followed up and said that he had called around enough that Quinn Hughes knew this was coming because it would have gotten back to him because he asked enough people close to Quinn Hughes that this segment on headlines was coming. And then Quinn Hughes was made available after the game. And then This is what he had to say.
Quinn, this probably happened 10 minutes before you stepped on the ice rolling up, so you probably haven't heard anything about it yet, but on Hockey Night in Canada, there was a report that your name has sort of surfaced in trade talks between the Canucks and the New Jersey Devils. Obviously, that's a big thing for Canucks fans. I know I'm putting you on the spot, but do you have any sort of reaction to those sorts of rumors?
I mean, no. I'm doing what I can. Like you said, I'm on the ice. It wasn't like if there was a call, me, Jim, and Fitzy hopped on the call. I wasn't a part of that. but obviously I'm aware that, things like that could happen for sure.
Your teammates have been dealing with a fair bit of this sort of rumor scuttlebutt over the past 2 weeks, but it would be new to have sort of your name in there. Do you hope that a win tonight, to sort of get off the right track, maybe quiets some of that stuff down? Which is trade rumors specifically.
It was nice to get the win. I'm not getting the win so that the media can stop talking or whatever you guys are saying. I really don't know. It was just nice to get a win. We obviously desperately needed it. And it was a good team win, and I was glad and happy for some of the young guys that got on the board, and I'll just leave it at that.
He's a little saucy.
That, honest to God, that's him being polite.
Yeah.
And I'm not having a go. He's a saucy guy.
Yeah.
He'll give it right back to you, and he doesn't have much time for your bullshit. Now,
I'm not winning so you people in the media can shut up about the trade. I'm winning because I'm winning.
Everyone's talking about the Fitzy part, and we'll get to that. But I had a little bit of an internal chuckle at, you guys have been dealing with a lot of trade rumors over the last 2 weeks. The Canucks have been in perpetual trade rumors for 5 or 6 years. It was Horvat because of his rift with JT Miller, and then he was traded. It was JT Miller because of his rift with JT Miller.
No, Pettersson.
No, I said what I said.
No, he said what he said. We know.
And then he was traded, and then there was Pettersson. Pettersson's the only one that hasn't happened. And everyone's treating Quinn Hughes like it's essentially a foregone conclusion. People talk about some Canadian cities that are maybe a little further east, not to name any names. Holy shit.
Halifax.
Yes.
Whoa.
Absolutely. They won't shut up. Ever. The Canucks are always noisy with huge names, and part of the reason the noise persists is the moves actually happen. Horvat and Miller, and then I guess no one really wanted Petey. And now Quinn Hughes sounds like he's as good as gone.
They have one of the bottom 5 owners in this league. I think
bottom, maybe one.
I think a lot of what you've been describing in these trade rumors is because of that guy and how he runs this team and how everything kind of trickles down from him and how involved he is in the day-to-day operations of the Vancouver Canucks.
Yeah. There are some owners in the league, we talked about the Blue Jackets during the Babcock saga, where he was bad because he's not involved at all. And then you get Frank. You get Francesco Aquilini.
Frank, you calling him Frank now?
Oh, little. What do you want me to call him, Jesse?
Frankie. Hey.
Oh, you get Francesco, who is just too much, man. Mm-hmm. That is enough.
Well, I think we described it last year as Jim Rutherford when he took over. There were so many leaks in the ship that he doesn't have enough limbs to cover them.
Right.
And chaos in any organization filters down. If there's chaos at the top, no one manager can make up for a chaotic owner. And you look at what's happened in New York, right? Knicks and Rangers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
I think it's a leadership style that has a shelf life. Because some leaders like to have it chaotic because they think it keeps everyone on their toes and it brings the best out of them. I think it just leads to burnout. And this guy's been there how long? I think it works. I think it can work. Mm-hmm. But there's a time limit on it. And then everyone just gets burnt out. And that's from everyone from the president of the team to whoever's selling the hot.
I'll give you a direct example. Rick Tocchet. He left because he was tired of the
flat
nonsense.
out left.
It's not that he didn't want to be a head coach anymore because he went to go be a head coach in a better situation.
Coaches
for him.
Quitting is so rare.
He volunteered to leave.
Yeah, he didn't necessarily quit. It was like his contract was up or something.
But
that's rare.
No, that's quitting. They wanted to keep him.
They wanted him.
That's quitting.
And he said, I'm sick of this. And I think that's one of the most public examples we have of what it's like to be a member of this organization. And then we see it subtly with the players, like Quinn, if he gets moved, and we see it with all the guys you listed that are moved. But Rick Tocchet was just such a blatant, I'm sick of this shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to go somewhere else.
I'm going to go to somewhere with stability, so I'm going to join the Philadelphia Flyers.
I'm going to go to a calm market in Philadelphia because this place is so much.
Man, no disrespect to Philly. They're definitely on their way up.
But they're noisy. And
Holy shit, they're noisy.
And the team's not that great.
No.
Yeah.
Yo, you went to the conference final.
They had a coach say, I'm sick of this last year.
Or almost conference final, sorry.
They had a coach say, I'm sick of this last year, and they had to fire him.
Wow, that's John Tortorella being him.
Yeah.
You know, that's Torts being Torts.
Yeah, you're right.
That's one of the ones where you could point at the example and you go,
that guy's kind of unique.
Yeah.
He fights people in the hallway.
Yeah. Yeah. He does.
That was so long ago, and he coached pretty consistently after it.
Funnily enough, it was chaotic, and it was with the Canucks.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, Quinn Hughes is gone, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know when.
I mean, listen, but the NHL is weird, right? Like the way I thought this was going to play out for McDavid and the Oilers, and then the way it did play out is totally different. And I think there was that one guy online that called. It was like, it's going to be October 6th. It's going to be October 6th. And they said it all summer. And then he signed October 6th. I'm like, man, nice. Amazing. I don't know. Quinn Hughes leaving, maybe he ends up, there's conversations about Detroit. There's conversations about Philadelphia. There's some other markets that are interested as well.
Him ending up with Tocchet would make me throw a jersey on the ice.
Oh, man.
I'd be done.
Well, okay. So then I go, all right, so this is for my money, the second best defenseman in the NHL, probably the second best defenseman of this era, right? Cale Makar, for me, the only comparable to Cale Makar in his numbers, and he's very quietly doing this, is Bobby Orr. Bobby Orr is the only comparable to some of the things that Cale Makar has done.
I think Quinn Hughes is top 3 on his worst day.
Yeah. And so, and especially this is like post-Hedman era. Not that Victor Hedman's bad, but he's not the top guy.
Post-prime.
I look at this and I go, how do you sell that to the city of Vancouver? Bo Horvat was one thing, JT Miller was another thing, but how do you sell the loss of Quinn Hughes to a group of people in Vancouver that have absolutely fallen in love with this guy, watched him grow up, watched him become captain, that if this really comes to pass, and I think Jesse's absolutely right. Yeah, he's getting traded. That's what I think right now today. Where do you go?
How could you not?
Where do you go from here, though?
Well,
you got to tear it down to the very bare bones.
You
of this
do.
organization.
So you do.
I'm glad you pointed that out because it actually gets worse. Because you had that really impressive run that, if Bo Horvat's not injured, not Bo Horvat, Brock Besser, sorry, if he's not hurt, what happens in Game 7 against Edmonton? A close game, by the way. What happens? Mm-hmm. We'll never know. But you double, triple, quadruple down on that group. Garland has a deal that hasn't kicked in yet.
Mm-hmm.
Demko, you just re-signed to a big old bunch of money. Lankinen, you signed to an extension for a big old bunch of money.
By the way, Lankinen's been bad this year.
You kept everybody.
Yep.
To a lot of money. Now, contracts that are cost controlled going forward are in style, luckily for the Canucks, right? So Connor Garland hits the open market this summer. What does he get? A lot more than he's making.
Yeah.
Right? So that is good, but what you're probably going to get in return is futures that
don't mature for a while.
Don't mature for 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
And then you're wandering the wilderness for 2, 3, 4 years with a franchise cornerstone that is more like a franchise anvil.
He's played good this year, though.
Yeah.
Pettersson.
So he played 11.6?
No.
The cap going up is making Pettersson look better. You know what I mean?
But he's not 11.6. You're right.
The defensive side of his game has taken another step
Yeah.
He's up there in like block shot leaders, which is great to see. But you'd like for the money he's being paid, the offensive production to get a little higher. But
doesn't this sound like the Matthews discourse?
The cast that Pettersson has, I think, is a lot less than what Austin has. In that, like, I'm talking about tearing down Vancouver and rebuilding completely.
Yep.
And Austin's out there with Nyes and Nylander and JT. And it's not comparable. So like I can understand why his offensive stats have taken a step back.
There is a scenario here where like I can Canucks fans are not a quiet bunch. And I feel like I can imagine a scenario where just like when the Mavs traded Luka, that there's like protesting outside the arena. Like I could see that for sure.
The first game after that deal is going to be bad. Unless you rock it.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how you rock that.
What does that look like? I think
it's going to look like the Horvat deal. It's going to be young player you hope is good, first round pick, and someone else.
The most
is it Dawson Mercer, a first round pick, and
the most exorbitant price for a trade in recent memory that I can think of is what the Avs paid for Brock Nelson.
Yeah,
a first, and Callum Ritchie, who is a very high pick and a very good player.
Yep.
Friggin' scored a ridiculous goal the other day. I mean, I take that package, I start there, and I honestly maybe double it.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Matthew Tkachuk deal being a comparable? They traded Tkachuk to the Panthers with a conditional fourth, a 2025 conditional fourth. So that just came to pass.
Yep.
And they got back, the Flames did, Huberdeau, Weegar, Cole Schwindt, and a conditional first round pick.
So
is a haul like that for Hughes good?
The Devils can afford to trade a roster defenseman.
Yep.
And they'll probably need to send out the money, right? Because they're at 7. Quinn's at 7.
I've been wondering out loud about Dougie Hamilton. So you start with a really good roster player, and then it's still, I think it's like if Hamilton was involved in the deal, I think you would still need the really good prospect, and like Mercer.
And the Devils have all of their draft picks. So they have the ability to trade picks if they want to. You can see there, they got their 26, 27, 28, first, second, and thirds in 26 and 28.
That's pretty good.
There's a lot of assets there to move.
I don't think you'd be out of your mind asking for Nemec. It's Quinn Hughes.
Yeah.
It's Quinn Hughes.
Yeah.
Oh, but this guy was picked second overall. It's Quinn Hughes. You pay that. You pay that for Quinn Hughes.
Yes, you do.
Oh
boy.
And we're only looking at the Devils. So
the Devils only have $2.8 million in current cap space. So yeah, we're talking guys going off the roster.
Right. So like you're talking.
But what's
more
Vancouver going to do with a Dougie Hamilton? They don't need another right shot power play defenseman. They've got Hronik.
That's a great point. So do you flip him? There's another guy who's locked up to a bunch of money, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nemec would be nice.
Yeah. So with him calling Tom Fitzgerald Fitzy, isn't Tom Fitzgerald affiliated with the American hockey program?
Yes.
Yep.
They would know each other.
They would know each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw people like, the nickname. Come on.
It's fun. It's very funny given the circumstance.
Yeah.
It's funny.
The context at which he said it, hilarious.
Hilarious, but it's not real.
Mm-hmm. One thing I think is very interesting about his deal is it has a no movement clause, or it doesn't have a no movement clause, which isn't something we see in these scenarios with these star players in the NHL. 80% of the league has no trade, no movement clauses. He can be traded anywhere. So Vancouver has the opportunity here to take the best price, and they don't have to do right by this player.
No.
I assume they will, because they're probably going to be ridiculous in this thing. And
no, I don't think so.
But
they're jerks on the way out, aren't they?
I hope for the sake of Vancouver fans that they don't care to do the right thing by him and just take the most that they can.
He could absolutely end up in New Jersey after
playing a year,
traded to.
Exactly.
Because he has a year left.
Yeah. His trade value is at his height right now.
This is when you want to move Quinn Hughes. It's the year and a half left, and you have the ability to send him anywhere, and then he can go somewhere else. So that receiving team knows we got him for at least this, and then he can probably.
Can I be honest with you? Let me be a homer for a second. If you're the Leafs, you call.
If you're everyone,
you must call.
31 teams should be on the phone.
You must call.
It's ridiculous.
Where I was going to go with it is Metro. Like, we already know Carolina's insane enough to try this. They have quite a bit of futures from the Rantanen deal. And you have
can't let New Jersey do it.
You can't let New Jersey do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to buy them off from New Jersey. Good point.
If you're Carolina, if you're Washington, hell yeah. Hell yeah, get in there.
Carolina as well has enough cap space to take on Hughes right now without giving up anything off the roster. They have $8.6 million, or $12 million, I should say, in current cap space, 8.6 in projected cap space. So they could take on his $7 million.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do it. Send everything.
What's their pick situation again?
Their pick situation is they have 1 first in 26, 1 in 27, and 2 in 28.
But they're devastated outside of the first.
Next year they are. In 27, they have lots of picks there. They have a first, a second, 2/3, a fourth, 2/5, a sixth, and a seventh.
Honestly, they don't need to draft next year.
I was about to say, go ahead and give me all that shit.
You can have it. I get Quinn Hughes.
Give me those 4. So
I could draft for the next 10 years and not get a Quinn Hughes.
No roster players, no prospects. Give me the 4 first that I saw in that photo for Quinn Hughes.
I get Quinn Hughes.
Honestly, that's 4 first sounds so ludicrous. I don't think it's enough.
No, you need a body.
Well, you need a body, but also where are those picks?
Well, a couple of them are Dallas's picks, so they're going to be low.
Oh,
and then the other ones are Carolina's picks, so they're going to be low.
So you're getting 4 picks that are like 25th.
Yeah, you're going to get a bunch of almost second round picks.
Not enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You need a body.
The 26 is Dallas's, and then one of the 28s is Dallas's.
Yeah, that's not enough. Dallas is going to be good. Carolina is going to be good. That's not enough.
If I'm Carolina, I'm trading everything. I don't care.
Yes.
If you tell me that's enough, I say, how much more, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Please. I will do anything.
Well,
you want me to chimney sweep? I will.
Listen, you know what's not kind of working out in Carolina right now?
What's that?
Want me to chimney sweep?
That's me trying to get Quinn Hughes. I'm dealing here.
Why not a guy like Logan Stankoven? And
if I'm Vancouver, it's a lot of
but they have a lot of you know? And Logan's not really getting his touches. He'd get more touches. I know they don't need winger depth.
Nikishin.
Nikishin's an interesting player.
Like, Kotkaniemi's going to end up in it somehow.
Oh man. Well, you want to talk about
Well, okay.
That's
who are the young guys on that team?
They do need centers though.
Jackson Blake,
Stankoven.
Kotkaniemi, Seth Jarvis is still only 23. Andrei Svechnikov's still only 25.
You're not getting him.
You're not getting him probably. Condre Miller's 25.
I'd ask Jackson Blake's got to start that. You have to ask for Jackson Blake. You start at Seth Jarvis and you settle on Jackson Blake. You cannot do a deal and not have a young, exciting player coming back that at least fans could go, well, this could be a guy.
This ends with David Kampf getting included in the Quinn Hughes deal, going to a team in the East and beating the Leafs in the playoffs.
You know what's interesting is we're not taking into account the team that gets everybody.
Vegas?
Oh, no way.
Well, they were in on Rasmus Anderson and apparently willing to give him 8 years and a lot of money. Why not just go get Quinn Hughes?
Cap's not going up that fast.
Yeah, it actually. Yes, it is.
What's going to get like 15 mil?
What does Vegas have that Vancouver wants?
They didn't have enough for what Carolina wanted last year.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what their pick situation is, but I don't think that would be enough either. And I don't know that they have much of a system.
No.
Like in terms of like draft picks that are...
No, they have like no cap space. They don't have a first round pick in 26. They got one in 27 and 28. I just don't think they have the assets.
When is that
you
ever
have
stopped?
to bring up Vegas in everything, but
you don't see it?
I don't see it.
What about an up-and-coming team? What about and I'm just going to go, what about a San Jose?
That's interesting.
I think Anaheim's all tapped out on right shot defensemen who are young, although it's Quinn Hughes who gives a shit. But you've got young players, a Hellison or a Levshunov, that you could probably part with as a part of that deal.
Mintyukov. Levshunov's in Chicago.
Oh, sorry, Mintyukov. Yeah, who already have requested to trade Levshunov. Why did I say that?
He's Russian.
Like, San Jose needs a stud defenseman.
Oh, big time.
So maybe Vancouver goes, okay, well, Michael Misa sounds good. And to me, that makes a lot of sense. Because it's Quinn Hughes.
Yeah.
And
now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you get if we're going to trade Quinn Hughes, we've got it's like Indiana Jones in that thing where he takes the thing off and then he puts the sand over it. It's like if we're going to take one fun thing away, we better put another fun thing back on the table.
A trade of that magnitude in division
it would be difficult to see.
Huevos grandes. I don't know.
Can you get
Misa for Hughes is fun.
That's a fun trade.
Great job.
Yeah, that's good.
So good.
It's a fun trade.
Yeah.
But if you're Mike Greer, you don't do that deal until you know he's going to sign. Who honestly, we've been there. Who wouldn't want to go there? It would be amazing.
San Jose?
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Now it's a question of most of his family's on the East Coast. Does he want to stay there? I don't know. I don't know what his I don't think it's mattered to this point. He's been in the Western Conference the entire time. Yep. But San Jose, to me, that's their next need.
This conversation gets way more boring if we only do New Jersey.
Yeah. Like I look at like the Metropolitan, all the teams are sort of old. None of them are on the come up, right? But they're all good. The Capitals are a mature team. The Devils are a maturing team, and they're really bad without Jack Hughes. So it'd be nice to have Quinn on there.
Islanders are fascinating as a rental because I thought they were going to tear it down.
They're looking good.
They look really good.
Big save Dave, baby.
I got two things. One, since you mentioned Michael Misa, I just want to show the scenes from the San Jose Barracuda teddy bear toss. Michael Misa got sent down on a conditioning loan, and he happened to be playing on the teddy bear toss game. And this is what happened over the weekend in San Jose when they scored their first goal. Everybody threw the teddy bears on the ice. Cool scenes. Also, their jerseys are incredible. I can pull up a close-up photo of those jerseys too. You can kind of see.
Oh, those are sick.
Yeah, they auction them all off and they raise a bunch of money. It's a fantastic thing they do every year, and it's very cool that Misa got to be a part of it. There's the guys doing snowflakes in the teddy bears and then helping pick up all the stuff. Really cool.
I like that they're helping because I've told the story a few times. I was on the ice for a teddy bear toss once. It takes forever.
Mm-hmm.
It takes forever. You're just throwing shit into a truck.
The second thing, I think Misa for Hughes, I think, is the best trade proposal we've landed on so far. But I think a better one would be if Steve Dangle looks into his camera and gives us what would the Quinn Hughes to Toronto trade look like.
Oh, God.
Keep it under a minute so we can clip this for the internet.
Okay. I need some help from Jesse, though.
Here, I'll let you look at Puckpedia while you do
I
this.
need the draft capital. So we're starting with Danford and Cowan. They're both gone.
Leafs have a first in 28.
That's gone. So Cowan, Danford first. I think we're like halfway there. Like
I think that's the most they could do.
Hildeby.
Yeah. That's good.
Hold on. Why do the Leafs have to give up so much more than everybody else? I was seeing like Nemec, Dawson Mercer in a first rounder or something like that.
Because those players are better than the ones I mentioned.
No.
Yes.
No.
Uh-huh.
No, they're exactly even.
Mm-hmm.
Danford, who I love. Cowan, who I love. The 28 first.
You got to take Michelli.
Sure. Yeah, you got to take Michelli back.
To make the salaries work.
Hildeby, who by the way has like next to no purpose in Vancouver whatsoever,
except for playing goalie, which
the
they
Leafs
don't have a lot
to
of.
take the Evander Kane contract.
That's a lot of money.
No, they couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
Damn, you're not giving me a lot to work with here. Oh, and okay, every pick until 2029.
Summarize it for us. What is it?
Danford, Cowan, Hildeby, every pick until 2029.
Do you think that gets it done?
Honestly, probably not. What would every pick between now and 2029 be? Because they don't have a lot left.
A third in 26, a fifth, a sixth in 26 as well. In 27, they have a second, fourth, fifth, 2 sixths, and a seventh. And in 28, they have a first, second, third, 5, 6, and 7.
Tanner Jeannot ass trade.
I am shocked that hometown hero Morgan Riley did not come up in this conversation.
Oh, and he shoots left.
Perfect replacement. Well, in that case,
Hey!
1 for 1.
Well,
1 for 1.
For one.
Do you want me to put the camera back on you so you can redo this whole thing again?
I like the surprise.
Morgan Riley, 1 for 1. There you go. Clip that in the most dishonest way possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Steve, what would you trade for Quinn Hughes if you were going to send him to Toronto?
If they attached picks to Hughes, I would do him for Riley straight up. Clip.
And then there's Subway Surfers underneath you.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
TikTok.
The man was on his podcast. He started to talk about a trade between two Canadian teams.
Why do they do that, by the way?
I don't know.
Why do people have those movies that are narrated over and they give you the full plot?
If you see
The man or the woman, they don't even say like the person's name, the character's name. Why do they do that?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I have watched so much Chicago PD on TikTok because of those clips. Yeah. I know everything about it. I've never watched a show once, but I know everything about it.
Why do they do that?
You know
because
how
of me, because I get caught watching it.
you know how to tell a video is scripted and read by AI, even if it's good AI, especially a sports video, is they'll be telling a sports story, and at some point, about 15 seconds into the story, they go, "You see," and then they start with, like, because they're explaining, "You see," da 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 da. But every single video has that in it. And now you'll never be able to, it'll be the new this meme for you.
Okay.
It's AI. It's all bullshit.
Okay. All right.
Morgan Riley, straight up.
All right. Jesus. That's gonna
Clip it and boost it, like pay to boost it in British
Vancouver?
Columbia.
Yeah,
just
do that.
British and Michael Bublé.
No, in Surrey specifically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just piss off one town.
Or North Van.
I'm telling you, all British Columbia.
Hey,
North Van. We're coming for you.
Hey, Steve, what you holding there?
An Aura frame.
Now, why do you like Aura Frame so much?
Because they're great. They show you photos, live photos, and videos on scroll. You can do it in chronological order. You can do it in a shuffle. You can do it from your phone for someone that you love.
And
doesn't even have to be for you.
It comes preloaded. So you can preload the photos before you send the gift off, which is pretty cool.
That's right. I'm not looking away from this camera.
Jesse, what kinds of photos would you load on Steve's preloaded Aura Frame?
I would load all of the movies I want Steve to watch. No, you know what's even better? All of the TV shows. I would load 7 seasons of Breaking Bad onto his Aura Frame. That's
I don't know if that's how it works.
That's what I'm doing.
Why not? Why
not? You can load whatever you want. I'm doing 7 seasons of Breaking Bad. Then we're going to Better Call Saul. Then we're going to Pluribus. You're watching the whole Vince Gilligan series.
Okay.
You're watching them all, Steve, through your Aura Frame.
What about like cute little videos I took of my son's hockey?
No, The Dark Knight. Next.
For the
You should watch that
time.
movie. It's a very good movie.
Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com and get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter, by using promo code STP at checkout. That is Aura, AURA, frames.com/STP. Promo code STP. The deal is exclusive to listeners, and frames sell out fast, so you got to order now to get it in time for the holidays and support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Remember, it's STP. Terms and conditions apply. Pierre LeBrun.
You Richies.
On Oilers Now. The asking price on Ryan O'Reilly is a first and an A-level prospect. Maybe setting that high of a price is part of Nashville saying, well, we don't really want to move him because he's still helping all of our young kids.
So remember earlier we talked about Canucks having the dumbest ownership? The Preds have the worst management in the world. Like, we talk about Jim Rutherford a lot. Okay, we rip on Barry Trotz all the time. Where's David Poile? Where's the adult in the room to be like, none of any of this makes any sense? He's one of the most accomplished executives in the history of sport.
Yep.
Or this sport, anyway. One of the most respected. Does he have a cup? I don't know if he has a cup, but he's been very good. Like, I'm not saying that to rip on him. Someone's got to step in and be like, Barry, what the fuck?
Does Barry have a cup? Is that what you're
Yes.
asking? Yeah, with Washington.
With Washington.
Oh, that's what you were asking?
No, I was
I thought
asking
you meant
Poile.
David Poile.
Yeah,
he was
Poile,
asking
yeah.
about David Poile.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not Barry.
Maybe like pre-Preds. He's been around forever.
He has.
He went to the Cliff Fletcher School of being around forever.
Does not look like he has a Stanley Cup.
Damn. Well, he's one of the most respected executives regardless.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he's, for anybody who doesn't know where, he's the senior advisor to the Nashville Predators. That's the role he is in right now.
So what is the front office?
Okay, I think we've done this before.
Yeah, no, we've done this.
The
Have we?
staff list
Yes,
thing.
we for sure have. And it was great. But let's talk about just the trade part itself. It was funny. It was fun.
Is Barry just going to end up trading no one and they all walk? Because he doesn't know what he's doing?
Well, I mean,
I've never
obviously
had
there's-
less faith.
It sounds like they're pretty confident that Ryan O'Reilly will resign
Why?
because he likes it there. He's got his cup and he's got his Conn Smythe. I don't know if he's like, hey man, the only thing I want is another cup. I don't know if that's how. If that were the case, then I think he would be like, you need to trade me. Unless he's trying to pump up the player's value.
I'm Barry Trotz.
Mm-hmm.
You're Ryan O'Reilly.
Sure am.
You come to me and you tell me you want to play here forever.
I want to play here forever.
No.
Oh.
But
tell me how much you like country music and playing the guitar.
I love country music and playing the guitar, and I love Broadway.
Okay, so you can do all those things somewhere else, and I'm going to trade you there because you have no trade protection.
Yeah, but you need to treat me like I have trade protection.
Right. So I was a huge idiot when I said that. And I'm going back on that because I can.
Okay.
Life sucks. Wear a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just goodbye.
Yeah.
Gone.
Now tell me you'll play for Leagueman.
I'll play for not Leagueman. I will play for the same amount of money that I've been playing for.
Right. So still no.
Mm-hmm.
We're bad.
Like the Ryan O'Reilly trade for them could help turn the franchise around if they play it right. Like I'm envisioning he's this year's Brock Nelson, which was a first in Callum Ritchie.
Mm-hmm.
If the Preds got that return back, that exact return, and it was Callum Ritchie's name,
right?
Would anybody be upset? I think everybody would be like, hey, that's a slam dunk for both sides. That's great.
Right. So now I'm going to reenact what it's actually like right now. So here, guys, give me a minute. I need to go take my underwear off and put it over my face like a Bane mask and explain the dumbest thing you've ever heard. That's what the Preds are right now.
Now, do they believe that, Jesse and Steve, or are they gaslighting? Because sometimes when general managers say ridiculous things, it's because they said it in their head and they're like, this will jack up his trade value. And then they say it publicly and everybody's like, you're lying to me.
Not taking a shot at Pierre, but that is very clearly someone going, Pierre, can you please say this? Because we look like dicks right now. We look so stupid out there, Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
My phone is hot from how often other league executives call me because they think I'm stupid.
But it's not. Jesse, do you believe that for a second? You believe that for a second that...
Which part?
That, well, we don't really want to trade him because he's helping the young guys out, even though if they don't trade him, he's got about 50 games left in that jersey. Under contract, anyway.
I think he eventually gets traded. Like, so I guess I don't believe it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So like this guy's got like a Shane Doan level of loyalty to a team that he hasn't even really been on for that long.
Mm-hmm.
And like, what are we doing? What are we all talking about? You signed a contract with no trade protection. That's on you for being dumb. Goodbye. Oh, well then I'll just... What are we doing? It makes no sense for them to keep that player. Stop it. He's given you no indication over the course of his illustrious career that he has any patience for teams that don't win. Colorado, Buffalo, right now in Nashville. What's going on? Trade him to a contender because he has no trade protection. And if he's mad at you, gives a shit. Is he sitting across from you at Christmas dinner? Like, you don't need to be. Who fucking cares? It's a multi-million dollar business that you're treating like a small town in a Hallmark film. Why? Trade him to the highest bidder and bask in the adulation you get from fans who aren't stupid. I don't understand the Nashville Predators and a single thing they're doing. I hope my GM is on the phone with them right now.
You know who could teach
as we're speaking?
You know who could teach the young players if you trade Ryan O'Reilly?
Anyone.
Steven Stamkos, because you're probably not trading him.
You're going to try.
You're going to try. I don't think so. Shayna Goldman did a really good breakdown in The Athletic, by the way, of if Ryan O'Reilly and Steven Stamkos and what their true trade value is and what they bring or whatever. The thing about the Stamkos breakdown is it's like, well, it could be good. And part of the issue is he's not had a center to feed him.
Right.
But we don't know. $8 million is too much. And by the way, I didn't know this because I didn't do the research and Shayna did. They've only got one retention slot left.
Right. So are you going to get a ton for Steven Stamkos?
No.
Probably not.
You're gonna get
Are you going to get a ton for Jonathan Marchessault?
No.
No, probably not. That's why you have to maximize the Ryan O'Reilly deal. And the way to do that is to act like... Can we just talk about how they're playing make-believe? Like an episode of Barney the Dinosaur. Where he doesn't have no trade protection, but we're just gonna pretend. We're just gonna pretend. When the Preds get on a plane to go to a road game, do they just all sit on a bunch of chairs in an auditorium and go like as long as we're playing pretend? And they just imagine they're in there. He doesn't have trade protection. Your team sucks ass. Trade him to the highest bidder and fuck off. Act like adults. Good Lord.
But he's teaching the young kids.
No.
You know, he's the only guy in NHL
teaching the young kids how to play make-believe?
He's the only player that's ever taught young kids.
The only one.
First of his kind.
Holy shit. What a complete lack of adulthood and professionalism from the Nashville Predators. It's shocking stuff.
It's gone shockingly downhill since Barry took over.
Shocking stuff. Holy shit. All of us should hope our team is on the phone with them now. Today, right as we're speaking.
Jesse Blake.
Holy shit.
Can we bring up the thing I just sent you? Because last week we had a whole debate about the fact that Brandon Hagel's goal was disallowed after a puck went off his hand, went to a Lightning player, and then scored and did not touch a Panthers player. Therefore, it should have been it was considered a hand pass, which that's the way the rule's written. We went through the rule, and I'm not going to bring up the rule again, but we went through the rule.
Yeah. No, it was the Penguins. Lightning Penguins.
Yeah. Sorry, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I don't care who they scored it against. Doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But we went through the rule. Panthers scored a goal the exact same way. So same state, same goal. This time, Brad Marchand on the weekend. And you'll be shocked by this.
Mm-hmm.
The goal counted. Now, Jesse, I just want to show the Brad Marchand part of the clip.
Go ahead.
So he actually, hey, where's the puck, Adam? It's actually above his head in his hand right there. And he catches it. What? Get out of here. Now this goes in. And what's interesting about it is they actually provided an explanation. The NHL is now worried about this. They said the play on the ice was challenged under Rule 38, Coach's Challenge. Rule 38.1 states in a Coach's Challenge situation, blah, 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 original call, blah, blah, blah. And it talks about how only if a conclusive and irrefutable determination can be made on the basis of the video evidence that the original call on the ice was clearly not correct, can they overturn it. The Situation Room supported the referee's call on the ice that the puck deflected off of Brad Marchand's glove prior to Carter Verhaeghe's goal and therefore was not deemed to be a hand pass. The decision was made in accordance with Rule 79, which we read on the last show. Guys, listen.
It's just not a professional sports league.
These are the same.
No.
Yep.
These are the same.
This is the one of the worst rulings we've had in a long time. They are the exact same play. A guy incidentally raising his hand towards a puck and it hits off of him and then it leads to a goal. That's exactly what happened last time. And 72 hours later, they decide it is now different.
Yep.
It's one of the worst I've seen in a long time.
We need someone to sue the NHL again, so that it can go to discovery and they demand Colin Campbell's emails and we see what Dum is telling other people around the league. Because
this time they'll have like insta deleting emails. They'll be, oh, we lost it.
And you know what about this play? I would have been okay with either ruling if they had kept them both consistent. I think they got the first one right. Like, in all honesty, I think
we did the conversation. I hated it at first. Then you explained it. And I went, okay.
Yeah. No, I think they got it right. I would have been happiest if they disallowed both of them. I think that's the correct ruling on this thing is you disallow both of them.
At least the way it's written. Right?
Yeah, but if they had gone, both of them are goals, then I'd be like, okay, now we know if you accidentally hit the puck with your hand when you're doing whatever, they're not going to count it as a hand pass. I don't agree, but at least we know.
Yes.
Doing one and the other on the exact same plays is grand larceny.
It's Colin Campbell's kids team.
That doesn't make any sense. We're different people working different games. There's like,
well, probably, but it doesn't matter. The rule is the rule.
The rule is the rule.
And that was, by the way, that haggle in terms of like NHL rule keeping circles, that would be the biggest story of the week last week, that haggle ruling. So it's not like the people that were in there on Saturday night didn't know about Brandon Hagel and probably hadn't seen the replay a million times and gone to a meeting about it. I'm sure they had 40 Zooms on it.
Oh my God. It would be like, man, they really didn't like Phil's decision. You know, man, Phil's really getting it online, but like we don't know their name.
I feel like that, like what I'm begging to understand here, and they provided an explanation. What part of it isn't irrefutable? Because they say in Rule 38, well, unless there's irrefutable evidence that the call is wrong, irrefutable, call stands on the ice. What is not? What's there that you can't refute?
Their explanation contradicts their other decision in the other game.
Yes,
because then they're like, okay, so then the other one should have been a goal.
Yes,
it makes no sense, and they're just allowed to put that out there into the universe and then just walk away and be like, okay, deal with it, guys. We watch our sport.
And this is where when people bitch about the reffing in the playoffs. And people bitch, like, we get it. Oh, you guys full diaper, whatever. And that's fine. Like, you get chirps from the other team, whatever. I do really feel like the NHL has a significant officiating problem. And the way the rule is written, to me, finally is correct. Because they're not trying to judge intent. They're trying to judge outcome. With these rules, you should not be judging intent. You should be judging outcome. What's the outcome? The outcome is it hit his glove, it went to Carter Verhaeghe, and it went to the back of the net. That should not happen. That's the way the rule's written.
Adam.
It's not, oh, did he mean to? Gives a shit. I don't care. You can't expect a referee in a split second to judge intent. You can't. Not possible.
Does the NHL have a salary cap?
Yeah.
On players?
Yes.
Does the NHL have a salary cap on executives?
No.
Pick a Leafs assistant general manager at random.
Brandon Pridham.
Okay, so he's fired. We're making Gregory Campbell the highest paid executive in the NHL. Okay, so he's in our front office now.
You give him the golden handcuffs with the Leafs?
Yep. You poach him from the Panthers. You make him the highest paid executive in the NHL. Now we get all these.
You have to give him a car, too. You have to give him a really nice car.
Great.
One thing I think going underrated about this whole thing is that this play turned the game around for the Panthers. At the time of this goal, the Columbus Blue Jackets were up 4-1 in the game.
Yeah.
And then this replay happens. They allow that goal. Florida goes on to score 2 more goals unanswered. It ended up being 3 unanswered. And then they win the game in overtime 7-6.
Yeah. And then, like, don't blow a 4-1 lead, but also
that goal shouldn't have been a goal.
Yeah. Yep.
We should have an extra point on the board. And if I'm the Columbus Blue Jackets, I'm upset. And there might be no one in the world more upset at this than Dean Evison, which should be. And this was him after the game. It's hilarious. It's a good watch.
And this team prides itself on defensive hockey, 7 against tonight. What do you count that to?
The whole game was a joke. That's what I count it to.
In what way?
Every way. The entire game was a joke.
Did it start with that challenge on the hand pass?
It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. That game was where it was at.
How do your guys bounce back from a game like this?
Our guys are great. Our guys have no issues. They know what happened. They'll be good tomorrow night. We'll play hard. We played hard all night. We played great. We played great. Game was a joke.
Steve, I know you don't have your glasses on, but could you see the steam coming out of his ears?
As someone who has a very loud voice in his head, Dean is going, think of all the things you can do with $25,000. Think of all the things you can do with $25,000. Think of all the things you can do with $25,000. All he is doing is looking like the gym boss for electric Pokemon. Lieutenant. He looks like Lieutenant Surge. He does. Right? He looks like LT Surge. Look, pull him up. Oh my God. Holy shit.
That will stare right through you. Yeah, right now, if you're listening to this, Dean Evison is staring at the camera, and it's just his eyes, and they've shot lasers through the back of my head.
He looks like Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal.
Yeah, he does. Can we bring up Lieutenant Surge too? I'd like to know.
He looks like the next words out of his mouth are, oh, that's a scary guy. Yeah. Holy shit. But like,
now imagine your name is Chinikov. Sorry. By the way, the Blue Jackets did not win the next night. They lost 2-0 to the Capitals.
Getting shut out after that.
And Florida won yesterday. Like, what if that's like the moment? Like, we have this giant comeback down 4-1. We get this call that goes our way, and then Sunday we win back-to-back games. Like,
they always friggin' have this too.
It's ridiculous.
We're waiting for them to make their move. Here it is.
Yeah. So that call has so many implications, and the NHL is just making it up as they go along. They don't give a shit, and they don't care if the fans don't understand. Here's Lieutenant Surge for Steve.
I think that looks just like him.
A lot less hair on Dean Evison.
Yeah, I think that's Dean Evison's prior job.
Earlier in his career.
Yeah, that was a lot more like when Dean Evison was coaching in, like, I don't know, the ECHL. That's what he looked like.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
It sounded like Lindy Ruff.
It's a joke.
It's a joke.
I would be so upset.
Oh, fuck yeah.
What are we doing?
Well, and this is where I don't understand why it's hard to get this right. Like, the process is broken when even the simplest of matters cannot be resolved. That's how you know, right? This isn't some like existential thing like foot in the crease when they completely changed a rule year to year.
It is absolutely an existential thing.
Well, it's an existential thing that is a simple thing. That's my point. When your process is broken, small things become big things.
Colin Campbell being in the Hockey Hall of Fame shook my faith in the afterlife.
Jesus Christ.
Steven.
The fact he is in there is an injustice to the Almighty. Like,
well, I would like to know who he's in instead of. Like, every builder that goes in after him, I'm like, that person couldn't have gone ahead of Colin Campbell? Any builder that gets elected.
He should be someone else who hasn't essentially been accused of match fixing. Should be in there.
Accused? Yeah. He basically confirmed it in his email.
Yeah, in email, please officiate my son's games differently.
Right. Yeah.
I'm telling you, what's the number? Who is the highest paid executive in the NHL? The Leafs should take that number.
Oh, this again.
Up it by $1 million. Give it to Gregory Campbell and start getting these calls. That.
No stream tonight for Adam. We'll be back on streams on Thursday.
That's right. Looking forward to that. One last thing, Jesse. Can we just quickly show Logan Cooley, or quickly say that Logan Cooley will be out long term? It looks like a pretty nasty knee injury that he suffered.
They said he might have avoided it.
Well, it doesn't look like he did.
Ah, shit.
So... Hey,
that's true.
And you know what's cool?
It's true.
Joseph Woll's only going to be out a week. Jesse,
no!
Hit the extra.
Adam's
Jesse,
like, Logan Cooley's going to be out a long time.
But they said
he might.
He might. What about what I was told? Maybe.
That's what they were. You know?
What else did they say?
They said that Team USA fought Canada 3 times during the round robin. Therefore, they won the Four Nation faceoff.
Ah, I see.
That's what they said.
Is that
They're
what happened?
retconning it. Have you noticed?
The Steve Dangle Podcast. Follow the guys on Twitter at Steve_Dangle, at Adam WYLDE, and at Jesse Blake. Connection complete.